So, welcome to the Friday support call, and our host this week is Stathis Glaros. Stathis is a transformational coach using the Sedona Method, living and working in Greece, and I thought I'd ask him, what is your favorite topic, or a topic that you like to work with, or that comes up with your clients?
So my favorite topic is love. And I really love the topic. And I really love exploring that love comes from within. Of course, yes, we can share love, but the best way to approach love is to feel it, detect it, and see or acknowledge that it is what we truly are. So,
Nice.
yeah, and lately I've been releasing different beliefs around love, and my most uh, the most awesome realization that I had is that money, believe it or not, is also love. And I used to have a lot of conflicting, and that money is evil, that money, yeah, beliefs like that. And I find it very interesting to explore and to feel actually that even money, not even money, is love as well. Everything is love. So that's it. So, hello everyone. Thank you for being here. Hello, my friends. So, is there any question, any game that you would like to share, any request for assistance? You can raise your hand or you can unmute yourself, however you prefer. And if there is any request for a group release, that is also welcome. Okay, Jill.
Hi, Stathis. Thanks for calling on me. I have a question. Actually, it's a question for assistance. So today is Friday, and normally on a Friday I feel kind of frazzled after work, and I think it's a good opportunity to maybe do a release on it. Maybe you can do it as a group if you like, or so it's the busyness of work. So it's not that I like to be busy, no, but I always find by the time Friday comes, it's just getting too much for me, and I'm even, sometimes considering leaving. But then by the time the weekend goes, I'm okay again.
Okay, yeah. So it feels like it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
And would you like a group release or a one-on-one release?
Maybe one-to-one would be nice.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Okay, good. So, are you wanting to give up from your job right now?
No.
Okay. So,
not right now.
Not? Say it again.
I don't think so. Yes and no.
Okay. So, how are you feeling?
So earlier I was feeling kind of frazzled, we'll say. So, overwhelmed. So if I go into memory, I suppose I'm overwhelmed. Right now, it's not there so much, but at the same time, I do feel tired,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so whatever the feeling is here right now, is that welcomed? Is that allowed? Is that what's apparently happening?
Yeah.
And is there any wanting to fix it, change it, or control it?
Yes.
Yeah. So is that welcome or allowed?
Yeah, it is.
Mm. And does it feel personal? Does it feel like I am overwhelmed?
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Definitely.
So could you welcome that sense of I, me, or mine?
Yes.
Mm. And if you don't go into memory or think of the future right now,
Mhm.
can you find the one who's overwhelmed in this moment?
Not so much now, no.
Mm. Are you that feeling of overwhelm, or is it just simply a feeling?
Yeah, it's just a feeling, yeah.
Yeah. So what is beyond that feeling?
What's coming up is like that maybe I try to do too much.
Okay. Yeah.
And there's kind of a self-judgment on it as well, like a criticism of, well, no one's asking you to, so why are you doing it? And then kind of that wanting of approval thrown in there.
Mhm. So is there some judgment for yourself and what you're doing
Yeah, there
by
would be,
yourself?
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And could you welcome that judgment, knowing that it is just a judgment, it's not the truth?
Yeah, so I'm willing to see that it is a judgment. I don't know if I can welcome it.
Okay. So could you
Yeah.
resist it?
That's what I've been doing actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So could you give yourself permission to do it, to do what you were doing, and do it consciously?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Mm.
Really give yourself permission to resist that.
Mm. Yeah.
Hmm. And in this moment, and as best you can, would you welcome both the judgment and the resistance?
Yeah. That seems like it's there anyway. Yeah.
And is there any sense that there is something wrong with you?
No, just maybe everybody else. Sometimes that's the self-judgment. So it's me thinking that they'll think I'm doing something wrong if I'm not doing my best. And then even when I'm doing my best, I'm judging myself for
Mhm.
doing my best. And then it's just a vicious cycle. Uh,
And you said there is some wanting approval from other people having to do
mm,
with that vicious circle. So, could you welcome the wanting approval from others and yourself? Whatever
yeah,
you're most aware of in this moment.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm. And could you let go of wanting approval as best you can?
Yeah, I can.
Mhm. And could you give yourself some love?
Yes.
Mhm. Could
Yeah.
you welcome that love? Could you welcome
Mm,
approval?
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And check and see that love that you're more aware of in this moment, is it coming from anything external, or is it coming from you?
It's coming from you. It's just there. It's not really coming from anywhere.
Yeah, true.
It's like by you asking the question, it reminds me that it's always there. It's just to tune into it.
Mhm. And again, check and see, can you find the one who is in that vicious circle?
Yeah.
What do you find?
It's not as strong. It's just kind of like a story now, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
Like this is the way it was.
Yes.
This is the way it sometimes is.
Mm-hmm.
It's less real. Yeah.
Yeah. So would you like to do a holistic release between the sense that it is real and the sense that it is not real?
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Sounds good.
So could you allow that pattern to appear as real as it does?
Yeah.
And could you allow it to be as unreal as it is? Focus on this very moment. Focus on here and now.
Yeah. Okay.
And could you allow it to appear as real as it does?
So I seem to have. It's not that it's a block. It's more. My mind drifts.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do something else. Okay?
Yeah.
So how are you feeling now as you think of
When I think of
the topic? Yes.
work, I actually feel okay about it. Yeah. It's not as strong there. It feels like I have a choice in the moment when I'm there to tune into what I'm feeling, you know, my own judgment. And I think maybe just that awareness is
Yeah.
relaxing. I think, well, it's not always that way.
And may I point out something more? So, that judgment is not something that you're doing, it's something that is apparently happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. So there's no one judging.
Yes, there is only
Yeah.
judgment.
So can I do nothing at work and not judge myself? And no one is also judging me.
Can you repeat again because I didn't hear you clearly?
So it's only, you know, if no one is judging me, then I can choose to do nothing. And then I can choose not to judge. And I can choose not to see the judgment of others.
Yeah. So do you mean to choose to deny what happens with other people, or?
No, it's just it's like if there is no one to judge, then why have I in the past felt the need to need approval? Because there's no one judging anyway.
Yeah, and there's no one wanting approval.
And
There's
exactly,
just wanting approval.
and then I'll be present, and I'll just do what feels right
Yes.
without looking for approval or and that feels better.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's nice. That
So,
really helped.
okay, cool.
Thanks.
So thank you very much. Okay. So Ingrid.
Good evening, Stathis and everyone.
Good evening.
I was at the dentist today, and tooth was taken out, and now the sedation, or how is it called, it goes away, and with it the sensation come, and the emotion or fear, or so a little fear.
Okay. And could you welcome that fear?
Yes.
Mm. And as best you can, just for now, could you let that go? Could you let go of the fear?
Yes.
Would you let it go?
Yes. Ay!
When?
No,
Mm.
already gone. Thank you
Perfect.
very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
But now there's fear it might come back.
Ah, yeah, there's some fear remaining.
Pardon?
There is some fear remaining.
Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so could you welcome that fear?
Yes.
Mm. And could you let it go?
No.
Would you let it go if you could?
Yes.
When?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. So, is it possible that what is being released for good and it's gone for good? But if there is another layer, that might come up to be released.
Say that again?
Yeah. Well, we usually think that we release a feeling and it might come back.
Yeah.
So is it possible that it doesn't actually come back, but there might be another layer coming up?
Ah, I see. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So if another layer comes up,
Yeah.
could you possibly release that as it comes up?
I hope so.
Mm.
Yes. Yeah, you are right. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, now a headache is occurring.
Okay. So is there anything that wants to come up as a feeling right now?
Some irritation.
Okay. And is that welcomed?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that allowed?
Yes.
Hmm. And is that actually a problem, the irritation?
Stathis. No, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
And what is actually here now?
Some joy.
And could you welcome that?
Yes.
Hmm.
And releasing by itself. And I don't even know what it is released.
Perfect. Yeah, we don't have to know what is releasing. Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't have to know that.
Yeah. Stathis, I'm so grateful. Thank you very much indeed.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you too.
I'm much better now.
Perfect. Good.
Hmm.
Okay. Thanks.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. So, is there any other request for assistance or any other game that you would like to share or anything that you would like to share? Or a request for a group release? Yeah. Yes, Ingrid?
Yeah. Lately, there were a few times a situation, so it's memory, but anyway, there's fear it might come back again, where I was not able to release on it, and it felt heavy and it felt strong, and I felt like being down in the cellar and no way to get out of it, and nothing helps. That was heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there some apathy feeling coming up in this moment?
Fear it might come again. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And if I'm there, it feels like being stuck.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea was, when I raised my hand, if you could do a release on stuckness or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. But may I point out something first?
Yeah, of course.
Can you see that what you shared in this moment is a story?
That is, I don't like that. But it feels so serious, you know, when I'm down in the hole. Yeah.
Okay. So let us really listen that.
Yeah.
Okay. So let us see what comes. In this moment, could you just simply stop or pause? And could you notice what is? And could you allow yourself to just simply be? And for the purpose of that release, think of a time when you had some, how could we call that? Some disappointment or something that you didn't manage to do, to accomplish. It might have something to do with releasing, a feeling that you didn't manage to release, or it appeared that way, or any other thing. And see if there is some planning to have that happen again. And if there is, could you just simply welcome that?
Yes.
Allow that
Yes.
as best you can, and just for now. And could you also welcome any wanting to fix it, change it,
Yes.
control it,
Yes.
hold on to it, or hold it away?
Yes.
Would you welcome any wanting to make that real?
Mm.
And could you also welcome any sense that it is important, meaningful, special?
Yes. Yes.
And could you welcome as well any sense that all that is personal, is about you or who you are?
Yes.
And in this moment, and as best you can, would you let go of wanting to plan for problems?
Mm-hmm.
Would you let go of what? Would you let go if you could?
Yes.
When?
No.
And in this moment, would you welcome the power that is available, the power that knows the way, the power that is the way? And could you make yourself available to that power? And let's do that once more. So think of something that you didn't manage to do, that you could view it as a failure, that you somehow plan to have that failure again. And could you welcome that planning for a failure, that planning for a problem? Would you allow yourself to really plan for a problem in this moment? And could you welcome also any wanting to fix it, change it, control it, hold on to it, or hold it away? And could you also welcome any wanting to make that real? And could you welcome any sense that it is important, meaningful, special? And could you welcome any sense that it is personal, about you or who you are? And in this moment, and as best you can, could you let go of expecting that to happen? Would you let go of expecting that to happen? If you could. When? And again, there is a power that is available. And to be more in touch with it, you can think of a time when you believed you couldn't handle the situation, but you did. Some challenge that you went through, and you managed to go through it. So there is a power that's available. Could you notice that power? Could you welcome that power? Could you make yourself available to that power? Okay.
Thank you very much, Stathis.
So how does it feel now? Is it complete?
Much, much better.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we can call it complete. There's whatever left, I don't even know what it is, but it feels okay. It feels good. Mm.
You could release also that which is left, but it is up to you.
I have taken so much space and time here in this session. Okay. I would make room if someone else has a topic.
Okay. So thank you, Ingrid.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So is there anyone else that would like to share that space? Any game that you would like to share? Any request for assistance? Any comment? Whatever it is. Yes, Alex.
Hello.
Hello.
I would like to release on, well, I'm feeling a little bit better with all this releasing, but just anger and mixed with a little bit of rage.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how are you feeling for being angry?
How am I feeling for being angry?
Yeah. Is there some judgment around that?
Oh, no.
Okay.
It's justified.
Okay. So could you welcome that? Could you welcome that sense that the anger is justified?
Yes.
Could you welcome that you have a reason to be angry for?
Yes.
And could you also welcome any sense that you are right in that?
Yes.
And now, could you welcome the anger? Could you allow it to be here? Could you accept it as best you can?
Yes.
And even though it feels justified, could you let it go as best you can and just for now? A no is an acceptable answer.
Yes.
Would you let it go?
Yes.
When?
Now, but there's a lot of it.
Okay, so let's do it again. Would you welcome the anger?
Yes.
Would you allow yourself to be as angry as you are?
Yes.
And that anger, is that actually a pleasant feeling?
No, it isn't.
Is it serving you in some way?
You know, I think for me, it's more about being right.
Okay,
So
yes.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
serving the righteous. I mean, not like righteousness, but being right.
Mhm.
So maybe it's serving the ego. I don't know, but
So could you welcome that sense that you're right?
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
And if
It's totally attached to a story. Yeah, if they would have just listened to me in the first place, we wouldn't be in this big mess right now. Kind of that whole it goes into the story.
and could you welcome the story as well?
Yes.
Hmm. And are you wanting to change the story?
Yeah.
So could you welcome that?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
And are you wanting to know why that story happened?
No. The story happened because the mess
Okay.
happened because they didn't listen to me.
Okay, yeah. So you already know why it happened. So could you welcome that knowing, that sense of knowing?
Yes.
Mhm. And is there any wanting to make sure that it doesn't happen again?
Yes.
So could you welcome that?
Yes.
Mm. And does that story feel personal?
Yes.
So could you welcome that?
Yes.
Mm. And what would you rather do? Would you rather hold on to the story, or would you rather be free of it?
I'd rather be free.
Mm. So could you let go of wanting to be confined or defined by that story?
Yes.
Mm. And how does it feel now?
Better. Much better.
So that's better feeling. Is it welcomed? Is it allowed?
Yes.
Is it what's apparently happening?
Yes.
Mm. And is there anything that remains that you would like to release on still?
Yeah, that was it. That was good. Thank you.
Okay. So it feels complete.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Nice.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much, Alex. What's your name?
Alex.
Alex, okay, good. So, who's next? Who raised first the hand? I didn't saw, I'm sorry.
And it looks like Barbara is next, and then after that, Lisa.
Okay.
Hi, Stathis.
Hello, Barbara.
Could you do like kind of like maybe make it a group release on financial fear?
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. So let us do a release on financial fear. So in this moment, could you make a pause or stop for a while? And could you allow beingness to be? And in this moment, think of something that you used to be afraid of, and it might have to do with finances or not. It doesn't matter. But you, Barbara, pick up that topic of finances. So, could you welcome that feeling of fear? That feeling that something bad is going to happen? Could you welcome an expectation that something will happen that you don't want to happen? And could you also welcome any wanting approval, control, security, separation, or oneness? And could you welcome that sense that there is a me here who is unsafe? And in this moment, and as best you can, could you welcome whatever feeling is here now? And could you let it go? Would you let it go if you could? When? And check and see, are you that feeling of fear? Or is it just simply a thought or a feeling? Or is it just simply a cloud passing through the sky? And think of the same thing or something else where you're experiencing fear or you used to experience fear. And that feeling of fear, is it what's apparently happening? Is it welcomed or allowed? And if there is some resistance to that fear, and there is a hint here, the resistance can cause it to be stuck here. So if there is some resistance, would you welcome that resistance to the fear? Would you welcome any wanting to fix it, change it, control it, hold on to it or hold it away? Is that welcomed? Is that allowed? Is that what's apparently happening? And could you welcome the sense of the personal? The sense that you are afraid? The sense that there is someone here who is not safe? If there is such a sense, would you just simply welcome it? Is that welcome? Is that allowed? Is that what's apparently happening? And that fear, we can actually see that fear as something that tries to help us. So, would you bring some love to that fear for trying to help you by telling you what is going to be wrong? Would you give it a drop of love or 2 drops of love? It doesn't have to be a huge amount. And love is a dissolving energy. It dissolves anything that needs to be dissolved, or yeah, anything unlike to it. So would you allow love to dissolve the fear? And could you also welcome the feeling of trust? Could you allow that feeling of trust to be here? You don't have to trust anything in particular, just a general sense or a general feeling of trust. Okay. So how is it, Barbara?
I still have a little bit of a stomach ache. When you said like the clouds passing by, I thought, yeah, it would be nice if it rained money. I laughed for a moment, but I have still a little bit of stomach ache, still a little bit financially scared still. Still have a little bit. It was great, but I still didn't release all of it yet.
So would you like to release it now?
Yes,
Hmm.
if I could, I would.
When?
No. Mm.
And if you don't go into memory or think of the future, check and see. Can you find the one who's afraid?
No, but I still have a little bit of a stomach ache.
Mhm. So, can you find the one who thinks I have the stomach ache? Now, there is the stomach ache, okay? But can you find the one who thinks I have the stomach ache?
No,
Mm. So, is there anyone here who's really afraid?
no,
Mm. And that fear, is it actually a problem or does it feel like a problem?
it feels like a problem. Yeah,
Yeah. So, could you welcome that?
yes,
Mm. And if you don't go into memory, can you find the one who thinks it is a problem?
no.
Mm. And as you notice that, what happens?
Um, it's starting to release now, finally.
Mm.
Yeah, it's a little bit still there, but it's starting to release.
Mhm. And is that welcomed? Is that allowed? Is that what's apparently happening?
Yeah.
Mm. And is there any desire to hold on to some fear?
No, I'd like to throw it away and let it go.
Say it again, you'd like to?
I'd like to let it go if I could.
Okay, okay, yeah. So is there some belief that you can't let it go?
Yes.
Yeah. So can you find the one who thinks I cannot let it go?
I'm still identifying with it for some odd reason. I'm trying to
Okay.
let it go, but it keeps going back to the stomach.
And are you wanting to change that you are identified in this moment?
Yes.
Hmm.
Mm,
And could you let that go, the wanting to change it?
yeah.
Hmm. And how is it now?
Good. It's much better. Thank you so much, Stathis. That was fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. So, Lisa, did you raise your hand?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So, what would you like to release on?
Um, I would like, hi.
Hi.
I would like to release on like being able to speak up, safe to speak up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, is there any sense that you are not safe if you speak up?
Yes.
Hmm. So, could you welcome that?
Yes.
Mhm. And are you wanting to change that?
Yes.
So, would you welcome that?
Yes.
And does it feel personal?
Yes.
Yeah. So think of something, and you don't have to share that. Think of something that you believe could go wrong if you speak your opinion or speak up.
Okay.
Mm. And can you see that in this moment, that is a thought? It's not something that's happening right now.
Yes, I can see that.
Mm. Yeah. So would you welcome that thought?
Yes.
And could you let go of wanting that to happen?
Yes, I can let go of wanting that to happen.
Mhm. Would you let go of wanting that to happen?
I would let go of wanting that to happen.
When?
Now.
Mm.
Mhm.
And could you welcome the feeling of safety and trust?
Yes, I welcome the feeling of safety and trust.
And is there any story around that sense that you're not safe? It is not safe to speak up.
There
Mm.
is.
Yeah. And are you wanting to change that story?
Maybe. I think
Mm.
so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not positive.
Mm. Yeah, when we want to change the story, or the wanting to change it cannot actually change it. But all it is helping us do, it is helping us hold in mind what happened.
Mm,
So could you let go of wanting to change that story?
yes, I could let go of wanting to change the story.
Mm. And does it feel like you are confined or defined by that story?
Yes, it does
Yeah.
feel like I'm defined by that story.
Mm. So could you welcome that?
Yes.
And in this moment, as best you can, could you let go of wanting to be defined by the story?
Yes, I can let go of wanting to be defined by this story.
Mm. Would you let it go?
I would let it go.
When?
Now.
Mm. And how does it feel right now?
I feel more energy in my body,
Mm-hmm.
feel stronger energetically. Yeah. More present.
Mm-hmm. So, when you think of speaking up for yourself, how are you feeling?
It feels more possible.
Mhm. So could you welcome that courageousness energy that says it is more possible?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, I welcome the more courageous energy.
Mm. And see again yourself, visualize yourself, expressing your thoughts and your feelings. And could you welcome whatever comes up? And as best you can. Just for now, would you let that go? As best you can.
Yes, I can let that go.
Would you let it go?
I would let it go.
When?
Now.
And could you welcome courage?
Yes, I welcome courage. Mm.
And actually, right now, aren't you speaking up?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So how is it now?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Calm, more calm, kind of like fresh. A
Good.
feeling of freshness.
Mm.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you too. Okay. It will take time for some reason. So yeah, yes, Ingrid. You have to go.
Yes, I want to thank you and say goodbye. It was great. Thank you very much. Yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you too. So I think that's it for today. Thank you all very much for coming.
Thank you, Stathis.
Thank you.
Thanks, Stathis. That was brilliant. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Really beautiful.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Stathis.
Stathis.
Very good.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ollie. Thank you very much.